Yeah, can we take the padding off? Just to make it easy.
Hold on. Okay, stop it up.
So, somebody from plastics?
Yeah.
Again, you have to move a little bit off to this side. So that's what I was worried about here. There's not a lot until you have to move right along there and you can see. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a perfect, you know.
Because if you have any extra pump here. Okay, can you just, Mike, can you just give us a minute? Give us a minute.
Cranial separation. Yay!
1, 2, 3, move.
Don't rush. Something. The baby's face was all in something. So,
So, Edwin, you control it.
okay, hold it. Go ahead and put the baby down. Just got to go through the center.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I give you that one too, Cindy? This one too.
We're going to get this way.
I know. Let's get our monitors switched over. Okay. Pull that down.
I would just, well, that's perfect.
So operating on babies adds a greater challenge than operating on adults. Then you're operating on birth defects on little babies, which adds another level of challenge. And then you're adding the added complexity where there's two babies that are actually fused together. So that increases the complexity and also the logistics. So it's not, so you take a singular operation that's already a little bit difficult, and then you add together that there are two little babies and they're both functioning independently and then but partially connected, and it increases the level of sophistication necessary and planning necessary probably tenfold. So the old generation surgeons and anatomists had to learn their anatomy mostly from books, which is 2D. And so with the advent of this type of technology, although we can process that same data and put together that data in our heads to try to figure out what it looks like in 3D form, now we can actually have a model and actually do the surgery on the model beforehand. So all this practice and all this planning can go into the operation before it even happens. Therefore, taking out a lot of the guesswork, being more exacting, and increasing efficiency in the OR, cutting down on operative time. It is choreographed much as in a ballet or any stage production, so that everybody knows their role at a given time. And we've undergone rehearsals now for months preparing for this case.
There are very few children born in any one year worldwide that have this anomaly. And of those, there's only a much smaller subset that the anatomy is fortuitous enough to be able to attempt a separation. The nurses don't just like these babies. The nurses love these babies. They care for these babies. And so we have sort of an environment which is supportive for the babies and the family. We have people that really care about the outcome. There's been an outpouring of love and desire to help in any way they can. And we've had the luck of being in a hospital that deals with very sick and very acute types of medical problems. And that helps them step up and deal with something that's very unique and very acute and also has a very high risk profile. We've spent a lot of time, 5 months, studying this from all different ways, from their anatomy, from three-dimensional models, from special image-guided scans, CTs, MRIs, ultrasounds. Pretty much all of the latest technology available, we've had an opportunity to try out and see how it'll help us. We've made 3D models. We've looked at some forms of altered reality, virtual reality, augmented reality to help us understand the anatomy better.
It was hard to think about anything, but I just was choosing to trust God and not be freaking out and nervous too much. And it felt good. I can't even describe in the words how I'm grateful and how I'm just thankful, and you guys awesome. Yeah, I don't know how to thank for what they done. It's amazing.